Welcome back, I'm Kevin, and today we're talking about 8 things that you do not know about living in Wilmington, North Carolina in 2025. We're gonna break it down, let's get to it. The first thing you may not know about Wilmington in 2025 is that we are becoming a hotspot for relocation for people all across the country. We have people from the Northeast, Pennsylvania, DC, Virginia, New Jersey, New York, Chicago. I mean, if you can name it, people are coming here in droves. And I always joke because in the summer, I meet people all day, every day that are coming from Ohio. And I always love to ask them, why did you choose Wilmington? And they say, it's the nicest beach and in the shortest drive. And I say, how long is the drive? And they'll say 20 hours. So that is just a short snippet of what people are willing to do in order to be in Wilmington. They don't necessarily want to go any further south. I mean, obviously people do, but they don't want to go all the way to Florida. They don't want to go Georgia or South Carolina, whatever. They don't want Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is its own little animal down there. So Wilmington still feels like home. It doesn't feel like a tourist town. We do have tourism, and tourism is an important fact of living here, but it's not solely a tourist town. So you're not going to have, super large, crabs in front of the restaurant in an effort to bring people in like you will in Myrtle Beach. And I love to give Myrtle Beach a hard time, but it's just a different vibe down there. And if you go further north, you get into places like Maryland, Virginia, DC, you get that traffic, you get a lot more property taxes. The beaches are not as nice. They are more overcrowded in certain areas. And Wilmington just fits that perfect sweet spot that people are looking for when they're looking to move to the area. So the secret's out and people know it. According to some surveys, the Wilmington area has had an 83% inbound migration rate. More people are coming here than are going out. So this is becoming the number one place that people are moving to in 2025. People love coastal living. They love a lower cost of living, and they love a vibrant community that Wilmington offers. So we're not perfect. We don't have everything that big cities have. I talk about that all the time, but we do have plenty to offer. And if you're looking for a nice, safe place to start your life, as a young couple or as a single person, a young professional, a family, someone that's looking to retire, then Wilmington offers all of those amenities and even more. So let's dive in to number 2. The second thing you may not know about Wilmington is that we have a thriving arts and entertainment scene. We have all sorts of concerts, small music venues. We have new music venues as well. We have downtown, we have Greenfield Lake Amphitheater, which brings in maybe 1,500 people, but really big acts. So it feels almost like you are like one with the performer in a way. I mean, you're right there with them. You're just, and you walk down to the pit and you're just right there on the stage with people like Willie Nelson or Brandi Carlile or, it just goes on and on. I'm going to go to a concert there tonight, by the way. But we also have other venues like the Live Oak Pavilion, and they work along with Live Nation and Ticketmaster to bring some really incredible acts, some big names. Jim Gaffigan's coming this year, John Legend, Dave Matthews was here last year. I mean, it goes on and on. But and that's right on the river. So we host some really big acts. We have the Wilson Center downtown, which brings Broadway shows to our area. I saw Sarah McLachlan there recently. I'm telling my age with all my band choices, but it's just really great to be part of a community that has a small, coastal, comfortable feel, where at the same time you are able to bring big acts to town. So I really believe we're starting to give places like Raleigh a good run for their money, because we're starting to bring acts that used to only be 2 hours away in Raleigh or 4 hours away in Charlotte. We're starting to bring them to the area. The third thing you may not know about Wilmington is that we are a culinary destination. And it goes way beyond seafood. So, I mean, we do have some really great local seafood, but please give us a chance to show you some more options besides that. If you want Caribbean, Middle Eastern, Thai, I mean, it just goes on and on. And these aren't just chain restaurants. These are local restaurants that offer the culture and the cuisine that you would find in other parts of the world. And they come to Wilmington, and people love to be here. I was reading one report that said that we have the highest per capita, either in the state or the nation, for restaurants. So if you want to go out and you want to go eat and you want to have some entertainment and have a good time, you could probably eat at a different restaurant for at least a year or two, you know, and just try all these different opportunities in the area. I don't really feel like there's a way that you can typecast Wilmington like you can some other areas. We have plenty to choose from, and it's more of a community than just like a tourist town. So that brings me to number 4. Wilmington has historic charm and modern living. So if you like the historic charm that older port towns can bring, which Wilmington has, then you're going to be really happy here. And if you want modern living with new construction, or just homes that were built in the last 20 to 30 years, you're going to find that here as well. So we have a wide gamut of opportunity. Now, sometimes whenever people think about historic charm, they think about high prices. And yes, that is a very real factor when you're looking at a historic home, especially if it's on the historic registry and it's been maintained. And we have the whole historic society or historic foundation of Wilmington downtown that requires that you meet certain requirements if you're going to have a historic home down there. But that's just in specific historic districts. And some people really want that, some people don't. So you might have a historic home downtown that is historic by all, valid reasons in terms of, being 100 years old or something, but it doesn't have all the regulations that comes with being a historic home. And some people want to make their home seen by the foundation, and you get a special plaque and all these things that kind of designate that as a historic, landmark in a way. And that's really important. And some people want to do that. Some people do not. So you have plenty of options is my point. And I hear from people all the time, I can't believe you keep all your old homes. Well, we do, because we like history, and history has made Wilmington what it is. We are a port city. We have we were a major part of the Civil War, and we have Fort Fisher down towards Carolina Beach with the Fort Fisher Museum, and you can read all about that. And they actually recently just rebuilt the entire museum. It's really, really lovely to go down there with the family and to see all the history that's in the area. And then as you move your way up to Wilmington, you have more history when it comes to the port and our downtown. And there's tales of Blackbeard the pirate and all sorts of stuff down in our downtown area. So if you like historic charm, Wilmington is it. But if you like modern convenience, we also offer that as well. We have neighborhoods more towards the middle of town and even towards Wrightsville Beach that have brand new homes. So Landfall, for instance, is a beautiful gated community close to Wrightsville Beach. And Landfall was built in probably the mid to late 80s, but there is still some building in Landfall, along with plenty of renovations and things like that. So those communities have a lot more modern amenities and offer a different lifestyle than maybe homes with a historic charm do. By the way, if you're thinking about moving to the area, please contact us below, and we will be more than happy to help you with your home search. The 5th thing that you may not know about living in Wilmington and moving to Wilmington in 2025 is that we are a hub for TV and film. A lot of people call us Hollywood of the East, and that's a very valid thing to say. We've had movies or TV shows like One Tree Hill and movies like Iron Man 3 or The Summer I Turned Pretty. A lot of stuff has been filmed here, and that industry while it has come and gone, it's now come back, and it's come back in full force. It's mainly driven by a lot of tax incentives. And once they were able to work out some of those kinks in the last few years, it's really done very well. And we are competing with, Canada and Georgia and other places that are traditionally a bigger draw for the film industry. We compete with those, and people want to be in Wilmington, and it requires, or it allows the people that work in the industry to have a lifestyle that makes them comfortable. And, if they need to rent a place or they just want to live here, there's a lot of opportunity that the movie industry and the TV industry provides to our area. I remember when I was in high school, once again, I'm dating myself, Dawson's Creek was really the TV show that everyone wanted to see. And that was filmed in Wilmington. So you would be at a local coffee shop, and here comes one of the actors and actresses. I mean, I would see them at the coffee shop. I remember being at the movie theater one day, and I'm just standing right beside, who was it, James Van Der Beek, and just kind of starstruck, like, wow, he's just going to the movie theater just like me. So that's not unheard of, to be at a bar, or to be downtown, to be at the beach, and to run into someone that from TV or from movies. So that's really, it's cool on one level, and it's fun, but it's also an important economic aspect because it brings money to our area, and it means that our area always has a certain degree of influx of people and of ideas, and something that makes us thrive, and continue to have to reinvent ourselves, and to continue to have to allow for all those changes to take place. The sixth thing that you may not know about living in Wilmington in 2025 is that we offer affordable coastal living. Living by the coast doesn't have to break the bank. There are plenty of places where it does. There are plenty of places where you go to the coastal city and right away, I could never afford to live here unless I won the lottery. And there's plenty of places that you can go to and you say, this is a cute coastal town, but I either wouldn't feel safe here, or I just don't think I can make a home here. It's just not an area I want to be in. And you see that with coastal areas, because if a coastal area is restricted only by its coast, its beach, or its water access, and it doesn't have anything else to really encourage the economy, then it can be very hit or miss. But Wilmington, we have an incredible port, an international airport. I mean, the water, of course, brings a lot of life to the area, but at the same time, it doesn't. It's not the only thing that we're betting on in order to make our area thrive. And I think that's a very important aspect to think about, because we have the university, the Kafer Community College, the movie industry, like I talked about. We have a lot of different segments of our population and our economic makeup that allow for income producing opportunities for a city and tax producing opportunities for a city, so that we're not just restricted by the beach or the river. And once again, if you're thinking about moving to the area, please contact us below and we'll be more than happy to help you with your move. The seventh thing that you may not know about living in Wilmington, North Carolina in 2025 is that we have outdoor activities out the wazoo. I mean, I talk to people all the time that like to go kayaking, paddle boarding, boating, water skiing, wakeboarding. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I have friends and myself, I like to do a fair amount of yoga. You'll go down to the down to Wrightsville Beach, and you'll see people doing yoga on the pier. You'll see people doing yoga by the waterway. You'll see people doing yoga on paddle boards. I mean, it's just really cool to think that you have an area that has really fun activities that offers it to the public and to people that are just walking into the area for the first time. So, if you want to go play a game of pickleball, we have a new indoor pickleball area right outside of Wilmington. We have pickleball courts at Wrightsville Beach. So if you want to go surfing, you go down to Wrightsville Beach, put a few dollars in the meter, pay for it on your phone, and then go out to the beach. You just do it. There's no there's no barrier to entry. If you have a kayak and you want to go in the water, you find a kayak launch. There's plenty of public ones, and you just throw your kayak in and you go. There are bike parks in the area, which I'll go to every now and then, and you just park your car, grab your bike, and just go riding, and it feels like you're in the foothills. We're not in the mountains, but a lot of these places around here, like Brunswick Nature Park, have a lot of really nice terrain for riding your bicycles. So there's a lot of opportunity. If you want to get outside, you want to get a breath of fresh air, then Wilmington offers all of that, and it's direct to you for anybody. If you want to put your boat in the water, we have a number of boat launches. Now on the weekends, those can get a little busy, and you might want to get there early in the morning or try to go later in the evening when it's not as busy. But if you can go during the week, you may just be perfectly fine, and you can go ahead and drop your boat in the water, get on the water, have a good old time. The eighth and final thing that you may not know about living in Wilmington, North Carolina in 2025 is that living here means that you're a part of a city that celebrates its community. Every year since being a child, I remember going downtown for the Azalea Parade. We have an Azalea Parade every spring, and I believe it's the first or second weekend of April, and we celebrate our azaleas. I mean, they're beautiful plants, and they bloom, and they have different colors, and we celebrate them as a community. And that means that we bring in artists and bring in concerts. We usually have a celebrity that is the Azalea Queen. It's a whole week full of just celebrating our area, celebrating the start of spring in a way. The Azalea Festival, for instance, brings in over 300,000 people every year, and there's entire boards of association and what have you that plan the Azalea Festival all year. So it's a major part of our area, and it draws in people from all over the state, probably all over the country. And it's just a really nice feeling to be a part of something that the entire community is a part of. And it dates back to, maybe the 1950s. I've seen photos, and you can go online and see photos of the Azalea festivals from the past, and it's really nice to see how it's changed and brought people to the area over the years. But that's just one way that Wilmington celebrates its community. And on any given weekend, you can go to the park and you're going to see people just laying out with blankets, picnics. You're going to go to the beach and you'll see concerts. You'll go downtown, and we have concerts on the river every Friday night in the summer, and you just go down there and just enjoy the concert. There's no price. You just go and enjoy it. Or you might be able to go to a local bar, and they might have like a private concert, for $10, $15. You can buy a ticket and see that. But people love living in Wilmington, and there's all these different areas and sections of town that you can go, and you can enjoy different parts of it, and you can make friends very easily. And people are just happy to be here. And you always kind of have like this great icebreaker. It's like, how did you get here? And people say, well, I love asking people that question, because anytime you ask them, how did you get here? I've heard people say, I just looked at the map and said, well, that looks interesting. Let's go look at that place. I've heard people say, we heard on the news that you were one of the top 10 places to move to. All these, or maybe they say, I went to school here, or my friend went to school here, or my parents retired here, or, I used to hear about it from Dawson's Creek or One Tree Hill or the movie industry. There's just so many reasons that people want to be here, and they're coming here in droves, and that's okay. We want you here, and we're really excited to have Wilmington continue to grow and continue to become a very vibrant community that everybody can be a part of. So if you're interested in moving to Wilmington, you're just thinking about it, or you're ready to go ahead and start moving, contact us below. I'll be more than happy to help you with your home search. And please like and subscribe, and send this to anyone else that you may think is interested in living in Wilmington, North Carolina. Until next time, I'm Kevin with Living in Wilmington. See you soon.